everyone, I'm Kira Schaefer, CEO at As You Wish Publishing, and today we're going to talk about being enough. So when I've seen this many times over and over and over, authors are afraid to share their wisdom because they don't believe, one, that their message isn't good enough, or they feel like, well, somebody's already written it, so I'm not going to do it. I'll tell you this. Let's go ahead and get rid of that second one there. And it's really simple. So all writing is based off of like 12 archetypes from mythology. We've got the lovers, we've got the family troubles, we've got the murders, and we've got the mysteries, and we've got these different types of characters, and they all pretty much fall into those areas. The star-crossed lovers. I mean, there's just so much that is taken from Shakespearean literature that you could pretty much go, well, that's that's pretty much been done, right? But the thing is that you have a unique voice. So when you were born and you worked through your life and you figured out how everything worked for you, and you had this map of the world in your consciousness and your awareness, and you developed along the way, there was something in you just being a part of this video series here that said, I want to contribute in some way. I want to bring that information out. I want to work through something myself. And as a result, that's going to be a benefit to other people. But you don't really necessarily know that. So one thing that certain people say is write the book you want to read. And don't worry about the rest of the stuff. Don't worry about marketability. Don't worry about how all of it's going to pan out and how much money you're going to make from it. I get that. I totally get that side of it, because when you self-publish or you publish with a hybrid publisher, it costs money. And even when you get a traditional deal, traditional publishing deal, that costs money, time, energy, because you might get it in advance, but you pay that advance back through royalties, and then you also have to pay for all your travel expenses and other types of marketing that you do. So there is an investment, but I will say this, that as you're kind of going through this process, the enoughness factor really impedes your creativity. So the first one is, am I enough? And the answer is yes. First of all, it has nothing to do with you. You are not your book. All right? So don't get caught up in that. Instead, you say, is my book the book I want to write? Does this feel good? Do I feel passionate about this project? And worry about the writing ability later. Because honestly, editors handle a lot of that. You could get a ghostwriter, but I believe that ghostwriters can take some of that voice out that is so important to how you created that piece. So a ghostwriter can be okay, but they really need to know what your voice is. So if they don't, they're not going to be able to do it for you. And then you would have, that would just, I don't know, to me, I believe that everyone deserves that opportunity to be heard and seen and speak in their own voice. And then the editing process is about really fine-tuning it and making it beautiful. So it's important that, one, you release any fear around speaking your truth and saying what you need to say. And there's always ways to get around things like, well, I'm talking about this person. You change their name, or you change your name. There's nothing that needs to hold you back from being able to express what you need to express, especially when you tie this in with business, because we work with a lot of holistic practitioners, and it's really important that they use books, manuals, things like that to help escalate them and build their credibility. But I know amazing practitioners out there who are afraid to share their voice because they don't know if it's enough. But the truth is, it's totally enough. It is 100% enough. You are enough. And then, of course, the thing of it's been done before, sure. Yeah, it has. But you haven't done it. And it's time for you to step into that ability and know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. All right, now we got it. You are enough and you know it. Take care.